What's up guys, Benji here. Today I'll be walking you through GR14, which is the Guardian Raid Yoho. Guess you can describe him as Nine-Tailed Firefox. The rune settings you want to prepare for this boss is 100% burn immunity, which are the purple ones, and 60%, at least 60% of the fire property resistance. And the battle items you want to take, well, the ones I took is 45% potion, water bomb, party speed buff, and the trace flare. Now, as long as it has a couple of patterns that you really need to watch out for, but as long as you have those down, this boss is really easy. Now, because you have to beat this boss a lot for its materials and to upgrade the raid set, you want to try to be efficient as much as possible, which is why you want the 100% burn immunity runes. It's really important that you have it, but I only have 80%. Whatever, so be it. It happens. That fireball, just dodge it. Just stay away from its mouth. You should be able to avoid it. Now it does that Bunshin no Jutsu move. As soon as it spins around after the teleportation, move in with your skill or your spacebar. The jumping move you want to avoid. That's one of the patterns you want to avoid, which is the jumping move. It does about 4,000 plus damage on me. You see why I call it Bunshin no Jutsu? Because it summons one of its other self and does that spin move also. Now when it does that circling thing, like a hula hoop, the person inside that circle with least HP gets the buff. So if you're a bard, get outside. Go outside the circle because you don't need the buff. Now the reason why we're taking this buff is, as you can see, it does a lot of damage. It gives you crazy buff. Without this buff, it's really difficult to beat this boss in time. So when it's doing the breath, take Bard's shield, or you can prepare the yellow charm that creates a shield for you. Go in for the buff, the breath, and then you try to take the buff every time it does that breath.
제가 어그로라서 서서히가 따랐나 봐요.
You see how it does that move a lot?
잘 몰라요, 저. 그냥 잡고 있어요. 그냥 안 죽는 것만 알아요. 이러면 죽는구나, 이건 안 죽는구나, 이 정도.
Now it does have about 1 or 2 tail whip moves, but I just ignore it because it doesn't hurt that much. It's just annoying whenever it stops you from doing your skill. Right now it's charging for something, but I've never seen what it charges for because it's really easy to stop him from channeling. It probably goes into the second phase or something. Now, whenever it creates this fire bed around you, you can use the water bomb to get rid of the fire bed. Only if you have to stay in that spot to deal damage on the boss. Okay, now it's going into the second phase.
오, 웬일이야? 녀석이.
Now the difference between the first phase and the second phase is that
한 번 더예요?
it'll do that jumping move from 2 to 4 times randomly.
건다.
That's what I call the walk.
요염.
Just run away whenever it starts walking like that, like a freaking model. Because the fireballs that drop on you, that fall on you, will do a lot of damage. Just run for your life. And these fire orbs that fly around will give you buff also if you take 3 of them. And you see how its tail turned pinkish kind of? That means it's going to do that breath attack in about 1 or 2 patterns.
쓰세요. 보고 다 드려. 이 자리 뜰 건데.
이게 겁나 빨라. 아주 추가 피해분이 아니라서 다른 기분보다
뭐지? 인들 걸으면 왜 이렇게
산책.
What I do when the fire orbs are flying around, I just stay on its back because it doesn't do anything during that fire orb pattern. And if you stay on its back, it'll eventually you'll get hit with 3 orbs, which will eventually give you buff. You don't really need to go out to get it.
역시. 파이어볼이네. 오. 그리고 저기 뒤에 이렇게
여기 화상 있어.
화상 조심. 방금 끄시는구나 지금. 제가 몰랐네요. 죄송합니다.
이제라도 아셨으면.
이제라도 빡치라고요?
아니 이제라도 됐다고요. 이제라도 아셨으면 됐다고요. 사람 진짜 이상한 사람 만드셔. 너무하시네.
그런 말을 나올까 타이밍. 어디가 있지?
그런 말이 나올 타이밍이었는데 저는 이렇게 착하게 얘기를 하잖아요.
파이어볼 해본다. 없는 넓은 데 없나? 절대 안 됐나?
Now, as you can see, it's really easy. There is a slight change in its third phase, so I'll explain that in a little bit. In the third phase, basically, it just creates more fire beds. And Oh, the Bunshin no Jutsu move. You see how until now it just created one of its Bunshin right in front of him? Now, in the third phase after this, in the third phase, what it's going to do is going to create Bunshin in front of him and back of him and to the left and right. So four of him.
아, 다음에는 브레스.
So what you want to do is stay on a 45-degree angle from where it's looking. Either on the front or the back, doesn't matter, just 45 degrees. Or you can perform, or you can do like a move in skill as soon as it turns, and you'll be able to avoid
아, 나 한 대 맞았어.
한 번 더.
the Bunshin attacks.
오세요.
오케이.
공격 돼요?
네.
그러니까.
활이동.
근데 가만히 있으면 괜찮은데
가만히 있네. 좀 드릴게요.
갑니다 그러면. 별이야 뭐 좀. 안 된다.
안 돼요?
네. 30초.
This boss is really fun because after you get the buff, you see this crazy damage
다시 일로 와.
that you've never seen before.
브레스 보트네.
See how I even used the spacebar to get the buff?
넓은데. 빨리.
오.
비키세요. 오, 씨.
생각보다.
어,
한 번 더.
와, 이건
아, 나무 뭐요? 나무 안 보임.
이 벌목 좀 데리고 오자.
별똥별.
이거를 얘 위치를 놓쳐버려가지고.
오우 씨.
한 번 더.
아.
한 번 더.
나이스 흑 개꿀. 변했다.
아야. 아야. 어디고?
대동별 한 다음에 브레스 나올 것 같은데.
네, 이제 나올 거예요.
맞다.
오세요.
요. 감마. 감사.
Oh, what else you can take besides to get rid of the fire burn, the burn damage if you don't have 100% burn immunity? You can take the yellow potion thingy that gets rid of all the debuffs.
저거 아프네.
아이고, 중간에서 많이 되게 아프다. 물러나세요.
아, 쉣. 아, 제발. 하나, 둘, 셋. 들어가. 뭐야, 나 스킬 하나도 없었어. 큰일 날 뻔.
그 타이밍 모르겠다. 문대 봅시다. 아, 안 되네.
아,
아,
GG.
아프다.
Oh, there you have it. Easy, right? Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you find the video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can comment. You can comment on the section below, and I will be glad to get back to you. And I got this really nice earrings.
아또 목걸이 줬어 진짜 너무하다.
Well, see you next time.
목걸이 주라고.
Later, guys.